Hello, my family and friends. God bless you. And this is a big deal for me to be doing this video again. I just think God is working on me to be bold and courageous, and so it's all good. I know today we're going through a lot of these. We're going through a lot today in terms of what's going on out there and the coronavirus, which I call the beer virus. You think I'm crazy, right? Corona. I don't know why it's called Corona. However, I want to share with you something that and for me, it's been a well-kept secret for some. For some people, I've shared it with, um, and some people I haven't. But here is my secret. It's called Fresh Air Surround. Let me see if you can see it. Okay. Ah, here you go. All right. Okay, guys. This system has been in my life for almost 16 years and has saved my life. I am the product of the product. And I got to say, I have been blessed to have discovered this system, air purifier. And I thank my brother who introduced me to this product. Again, I've been using it for almost 16 years, and it has saved my life, and it has saved my children's lives. A little bit about of this, why we got involved and how I started using this product. Is that we used to bring I've been a teacher since 1986, New York, New Jersey, Florida, and for the first 14 years of my career in New York, I was always sick. I was always at the doctor's. I had every itis you can imagine and think of. I never heard of them before. And pneumonia twice. And I mean, really sick. And then when I had children, both my son and daughter were always sick too. So I was always running to the doctors, the pediatrician, and they were on hard meds. I believe they were for their little bodies, from nebulizers, the inhalers, the we call it steroids and all that. And so was I. And it was crazy. We spent more money being sick than we spent on being healthy. And my pediatrician, one day I asked the pediatrician, I said, hey, what do I need to do? Or what can I do alternatively for Lisa Mark or for me? And he said, find an air purifier. Well, at that time, guys, the one that was the most popular, and I'm dating myself, was the Sharper Image. And the Sharper Image was the one that I started looking at because I didn't know where else to go. And it was expensive. You're talking about, I don't know, it was like to get maybe, and they covered only individual rooms. So I think I would have spent maybe between $2,000 to $3,000 or so. And I was actually looking at it at that time. And so my brother calls me one day and he says, hey, Diana, I bought this air purifier. And he said, have you been listening to WABC? And I do. I used to drive with my husband to New York because we lived in Jersey, and we would listen to WABC. And he says, well, do you remember that commercial, radio commercial called Living Air? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I wasn't really paying attention to it, but yes. And he says, well, it's an air purifier, and I just bought it, and I want you to test it. He goes, because I know you were looking for an air purifier. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So he brought it over. He placed the air purifier in my house. And let me give you a little bit of background. I would get up. I worked in New York, in Brooklyn, and I traveled from New Jersey where I lived. And I would wake up not kidding you guys, every 2.5 hours to see if Mark and Lisa were breathing okay. And I had a lot of sleepless nights. And so imagine I would go to work very tired. But thank God Ray would drive and I would sleep in the car until I got to the school. However, after, God goodness, a few days having the air purifier, I found myself sleeping better. And not getting up in the middle of the night, which kind of scared me. So I would force myself to get up to listen to Mark and Lisa. And it was like, oh my gosh, they were sleeping soundly. At one point, I would check to see if they were okay. But I was like, wow, something's going on here. Now, mind you, I forgot that the air purifier was in the house. And, well, I don't know how long, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know how long I've had the air purifier in the house. But I was feeling good. And then, I don't know the time frame, and it wasn't long, maybe a week or whatever. I noticed something different again, and I got up in the middle of the night, maybe 2 nights or so. But anyway, I just like, and then I recalled, I was like, oh my gosh, the air purifier, I forgot all about it. So I went into the living room, and it was gone. And I thought, oh my goodness, something happened to it. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't know what to think. So I called my brother and Tony, and I said, hey, Tony, I said, where's the air purifier? Did you take it? And he started laughing. And he said, why? Why? And I said, I don't know. I said, I've been sleeping well. The kids have been sleeping soundly. I go, how long ago did you take it out? He goes, a few days ago. It's like, okay. And I said, can you bring it back? And the rest is history. He brought it back. And so I did not realize, because my schedule was so busy. I would commute to New York, come home, take care of kids, homework. I mean, you know how it is, right? So I lost my track of thought there. So I went. So I was going to the doctors again, to the pediatrician, for their physical. And when we got there, he's like, where have you been? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I said, I'm here. When physical, he goes, did you find another doctor? And I said, no, absolutely not. And he said, well, you usually come every month because the kids are sick, and you were sick a lot too. I said, okay. And he said, well, you haven't been here like in 5 months. And I'm like, what? Really? I said, yeah, okay. He goes, that's why I'm asking you if you found another doctor. And I said, no, I didn't. And he goes, well, your prescriptions haven't been renewed. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I realized it was that thing behind me. And so the rest was history. We got off all meds miraculously. Steroids, inhalers, the Claritins, and all that junk. Like I said, we spent more money being unhealthy than we were being healthy. And this is where everything began to change. And thank God, seriously, because God, I really believe it was God that introduced me to this unit, which, by the way, guys, 30 of the 30 Major League Baseball teams, yes, the Yankees and the Mets, have this in their strength and conditioning programs. It's in the Pentagon, the Ground Zero Museum. Okay, they commissioned us before they even built the museum to put our technology in their air ducts. So if you ever go to the Ground Zero Museum, take a nice sniff of fresh air. And so I have been blessed. So I have been in a company for almost 16 years. And I don't say this to convince you. I'm just letting you know that there is an alternative to being healthy, breathing fresh air. We do have the science to support this unit. It is a NASA-based technology, and the company has spent millions to do the science and to study this unit under very harsh conditions and all types of viruses, from the avian flu to MRSA. If you have this unit in your home or your place for 24 hours, anyone who walks in with these viruses will be protected. Okay, so we have the white papers for it. The Olympic athletes use it. Again, so I have a lot more testimonials about this unit here called Fresh Air Surround. We do not claim it's a medical device. We do not claim it's a medical device, but something has to be said about this machine. Look, I look at it this way. We go into environments that are so stinky and so inundated by junk, dirt, and it's just the surfaces. Okay, like when you go to like a shopping a supermarket, and it's just a lot of germs. I mean, everywhere. However, you want to be protected wherever you're at, especially your home or in where you work. For example, being a teacher, once I discovered this unit, I placed it in my classroom immediately, because that was the place where I got the sickness. I got everything the kids brought into the classroom. And then I also have a unit in my car, because the car is the most polluted place to be. Think about it. We don't open, especially if you live in Florida, you don't open the windows. The air conditioners are always running. So you're bringing all this germs into your car, and the air and the surfaces, and it's just totally germ filled, and then the smells that come out of it, and you're inhaling it. Also, I go into places that I just want to die from the smell. It is masked with plugins, and plugins are toxic. They're just overall toxic, and it's covering up the mold and mildew smell, which is also toxic. So I like you to think about carbon monoxide. Okay, carbon monoxide is odorless, it's tasteless, you can't see it, but people die from it. And that's exactly how your environment is. What you're walking in, sometimes you can smell it, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can see it, most of the times you can't. And so I rather pay to be healthy than to be sick. And I have been paying, and this thing has paid itself over and over and over again. Now, this is the newer model. My father has the older model, and he has the one that I've had for 15 years, and it's still running like a charm. Didn't have to do anything with it. I told you it pays for itself. So here's the thing, guys. You are worth the investment. You are worth it to be healthy. And all I can say, and I'm not in the convincing business, okay? I'm just sharing my testimony with you, because even this machine, again, we don't claim it's a medical device, saved me from death from carbon monoxide. And all I can owe it to is what this product can do. Again, that is my testimony, and I have so much more. But if you are a teacher, a nurse, and you work with a lot of people, this is something that you might want to consider to put in your classroom, to put in your office, to if you're going to be in a hospital also. I actually placed this machine when my mom was sick in the hospital, and even the smaller one in the hospital, because she was sick enough, and I was not going to allow anything to come into that room, especially MRSA, to bring her further down when she was in the hospital. And so I swear by it. But again, you need to know if it works for you. So the neat thing about when you buy, if you decide you want to test this product, you have 30 days to test it. And within 30 days, if it doesn't do what you expect it should do, then you return it. But, which is really nice. But I gotta say, it pays for itself in many ways. And I have been blessed. I can't tell you the last time I've been on antibiotics or any of that nasty stuff. I know sometimes we need to use it. I just can't. I mean, but this is only a small part of my testimony. And if you have a testimony, please share it. Please share it with us and with me. I would love to post it. And because we need to hear it. So we have an alternative. And if you are very fearful about the coronavirus, you might want to have this in your home, in your office, in your classroom. And we also have a personal one that we wear around our neck. As a matter of fact, I should have put it on so I can show it to you. I got it here and I'm charging it, which is really neat. Okay, you can charge it like a telephone. It has a USB port, and I put this on when I go and teach in my, and because I'm walking around the school building, and honestly, it has protected me. I use it where I go to the airport, when I go to the pet store. Oh my goodness, the pet store. I can't take, or any kind of perfume areas. I need to have that thing on, and that's my other testimonial about that personal that we wear around, I wear around my neck. Anyway, with that being said, I say I am sharing this out of love, and if you are interested in testing it, private message me or call me, text me, and let me know, and I'll get you set up with the unit. And got nothing to lose, really. I love you, and God bless you, and have a happy, beautiful day. Okay.